As always, the Duke social media team continues to provide heat for the best team in college basketball. Yes, I did say the best team in college basketball. That's as of now. I might say it's Florida if you ask me again in 17 minutes. But that obviously Duke social media team, they do a great job of just like with like behind the scenes stuff. They had the Brotherhood podcast. They got all this stuff going on with their social accounts. It's really good to see. It's good for engagement. Recruits love it. Yada yada, this, that, and the third. I'm done with my elevator pitch. So in the ACC championship game, right? They're Duke's kind of fighting with Louisville. Louisville sticking in the game. Louisville was maybe up at halftime. I want to say in that game, they were they up at halftime?
I don't think they were up, but it was like
It
close.
was close. So it was close to halftime, and Jon Scheyer basically they got video of it calling this Duke team soft at halftime. And using I'm paraphrasing here. There were some other things said along with it, but he basically was like, "Yeah, you guys are soft." He challenged them, and that sparked the run. Oh, go ahead.
They were up. That's on me. Hand up accountability. They were definitely up.
Wait, Louisville was up or Duke was up?
Louisville was up 38-33.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so yeah, so at halftime, basically Shire challenges his team, calls them soft. It sparks a run. Anytime that you have a moment like that where a coach has a halftime speech where he rallies the troops, says what needs to be said, that deserves credit, right? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there is a lot of notions, I guess, online that like Jon Scheyer is just like some substitute teacher, right? Like they tell him to roll in the TV with the DVD player, throw on the movie, and everything works. Because being the coach at Duke, you get a certain bump, man. Like the brand is the brand. Players want to go play at Duke. He was given the program in a great spot. Like everything was kind of lined up for him. What Hardball used to say, what people used to say, born on third base, whatever about that. Like that has to do kind of with Shire somewhat with how he's coaching Duke. And sometimes he doesn't get the coaching credit he deserves for pulling the right strings and getting those players and getting Duke to where they're at right now, where they're the number one seed. So I'll throw it over to you, Dion. First of all, what do you think about this, whole you guys are soft speech. Did he know he was mic'd up? Hate seeing high school kids mic'd up nowadays. Never seen kids talk like that on a basketball court until they get a mic on them. But what are your thoughts on like the halftime speech and then obviously the result of it like spurring a run for them to win the ACC championship down Cooper Flag?
First thing, anytime Harbaugh in the third base comment gets brought up, I have to remind everybody that Harbaugh stole third base. It is what it is. Can't stand him. This directly affected my Creighton Louisville pick. So I'm on Creighton now. If Shire thinks Duke's soft, what does he think about Louisville?
That that's facts.
But it worked, man. Like they came out a little slow, I would say. They kind of looked like they just didn't care from the game I saw, and I will actively admit I was watching the game with wings and a beer. So like what I was a little distracted,
As
wasn't
you
fully
should.
locked in. So when it hit halftime, I said, "Oh, my Blue Devils are down five." I started to push things around. Like I started to push
Had
things
to,
around.
had to adjust things on the table.
Yeah, we had to rearrange some stuff. Uh, but I think it worked. I mean, Man is very much so not soft, but they were getting whatever they wanted in the paint. And I think he was just challenging his team, like, hey, we got this far, y'all. What do you mean? Like, are we really just going to show up? We might as well just go win this tournament if we want to. And that's essentially what they did. I do believe he knew he was mic'd up. I don't believe Jon Scheyer is this, like, kind of like what I guess you could say the jokes are about him.
Mhm.
I just think he can't catch a break in March, to be honest. And we're also 2 years in. The dude has an Elite Eight appearance. Like it's not like he's getting smoked in the first round every year.
Right, right. And look, I actually, hand up accountability. I make jokes at Shire's expense, but they're mostly jokes. Like he is a really good college basketball coach. I would love for that dude to coach my basketball team. I believe that. And
No, no, you wouldn't.
yeah, I would. Why not?
Instead of Izzy Izzo,
What? Oh, no, if Izzo's not there, okay. I'm not
got
saying
you.
I ain't trading him out. I'm saying
Okay.
if Izzo moves on, I'm calling Shire like, yo, what's up? But
That's what I was about to say. Izzo done figured everything out, and now we're trying to get rid of
no,
it.
I do whatever Izzo tells me to do now. He owns me. It's fine. But
Well, not everything because you're a big Porto guy.
all right, that's crazy. I am a big Portland guy. But the thing with Duke is that obviously them being down Cooper Flag, them being down in the ACC championship game, and also to Shire's credit, he wasn't lying. They were playing a little bit soft in the first half, a little bit like through the motions. I thought that Edwards was kind of bringing the physicality to them from Louisville. I just thought that Louisville was kind of bringing that shit to their doorstep, and he rightfully called it out. And not only did he rightfully call it out, his team answered. His young basketball team, down Cooper Flag, the best player in college basketball, answered the call in a game that technically really didn't mean anything. This meant everything for Louisville. This was they wanted this one, right? And for Duke to have that moment and for them to come out and do that, I truly think like I'm not even think I'm overlooking it. I've been high on Duke going into the tournament. This makes me feel better about them. That this is how this team responds when one, they're challenged by the other team, and two, challenged by their own coach.
Yeah, I think when it comes to coaching, it takes your guy like locking in to kind of elevate you as a coach, right? Like I think everybody has like their one dude that kind of established who they are as a coach. Shires is Coop. The way Coop has bought in, and I know Coop didn't play in the championship game, but the way Coop has bought into Jon Scheyer makes everyone else around Jon Scheyer go, like maybe I did want to come here because of Coach K. Well, Coach K is gone now. We have Jon Scheyer. If he's good enough for Cooper Flag, he's good enough for me. And I think I will say like that's the biggest difference between this team and the previous two teams. Is I do think there was a bit of that like especially with the first team where it's like, hey, we're kind of here for Coach K. Like, we love you, John. You did recruit us, but we weren't fully expecting this. And then the second team was a little bit more his own, but this team is really, really Shires. Like, these are his guys. Like, they came here for him and they play that way. And even if they give a bad half, he can really rally the troops.
Yeah, and I'm not here to say that like Jon Scheyer hasn't been successful or like hasn't been successful or hasn't been like uncomfortable. But like at the when you mention Jon Scheyer, you got to mention that like he was on Duke's staff. Yes, he played at Duke. He was part of the program. But like this is him getting his he's still getting his feet wet in the head coaching world, right? Like this is he's technically and this isn't the right word, but like he's uncomfortable right now. It's gonna get scarier when he gets comfortable. And like he's already, I think, having moments like this, and the recruiting is the recruiting, and he's doing the things he needs to do. And to your point, that I think you made a good point with this one. Coop is this player who is 1,000% like balls to the wall all time. No, we have not watched a game this year and been like Cooper Flag's playing soft, right? And when your best player is playing a certain way, people follow that, right? Like if Cooper Flag, like you said, if Cooper Flag can do it, I can do it. It's like kind of like that. No, what kids say? No glaze though. But without Coop in this game, I think that Jon Scheyer felt the need to make his voice known, and his team answered the call. Last thing I want to say that has nothing to do with this video. We got to get Coop a new chain. That chain's not it.
Yeah, his NIL bag ain't the biggest. I'm gonna just be honest. AJ DeBanza staring him down like, "Hey man, who handled your stuff?"
When
But
why does your chain look like that? We need to fix that. But in any regard, I think it was a good moment for Duke, and honestly, not to overlook it, I must say it makes me feel better about Duke going into March, knowing that they got Shire willing to do this. It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.